contractions are back and they hurt bad. I hope I can go to the hospital soon and get that under honest. We are officially on baby watch. Happy 39 weeks. We're headed to the airport to pick up my mom, who's coming to stay with us for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks. While, you know, we get used to having a newborn and postpartum recovery and all that. And it's just crazy that we're finally here. Like, we've been planning this for so long. I remember first talking to my mom about these plans, and so the fact that we're literally at the airport about to pick her up right now, wow. Hi.
Chase on while they were still married because I told him that I had like a sex dream about him. No one else gon' get it like that. So why are you yeah? But you take me back. Who cares when it feels like crack? Well, you know that you always do it right.
I keep feeling like a minor pressure in my pelvis. Not really contractions, but just like a slight little pushing. I don't know how to explain it. It's not painful, but it's not supposed to be painful in the very beginning. So I'm like, is this it? I am finally packing my hospital bag. I definitely should have already had this packed, but I'm such a last minute packer for like literally everything. And apparently giving birth is no exception to that. I have been collecting all of this stuff right here in Fours bassinet. And so now I just kind of have to like actually put it in the bags. And I've got my list on here of what all I need to pack. On top of being a last minute packer, I am also an overpacker. So if you're not an overpacker and you feel like I don't need half of these things, well, congrats. Maybe you don't need half these things, but I feel like I just want to be super prepared. And personally, in any situation, I'd rather have more than what I need and not end up taking something out of my bag than get there and wish that I had something and I don't, especially since we live like about 30 minutes from the hospital. So there is no like, oh, we'll just run down the street and get it, you know, like that's an hour round trip. So we're not going to be dealing with that. So I'm planning on bringing 3 bags. I'm hoping that my small suitcase will be enough for the stuff that I need for actual like labor and delivery. And then I have a duffel bag. This is what I'm going to use to pack all of my like after I give birth stuff in, since I won't need these things immediately. And then I also have my diaper bag, which is what I'm going to use to pack all of Fours stuff in. So I guess I'll just kind of go in that order and show you guys what it is that I'm packing. I like to keep everything as like corralled as possible in little individual bags so things just aren't like floating around. So starting off with my essentials, I've got my lip balm, phone charger, put some scrunchies in here for my hair, claw clip, an eye mask. This one I love because it's got this like padding in it, so my eyelashes don't rub as much since there's like the hole cut out for my eyes. Labor comb, one of the biggest tips that I saw about, trying to like push through the pain of the contractions is to squeeze a comb. So I just grabbed a comb that I had. That'll go in here. Biofreeze, which has been my absolute saving grace through this pregnancy whenever my back starts to hurt, which is pretty much every single night up until the last week or so. Now that the relaxin hormone is kicked in, I don't really feel any back pain anymore, but the Biofreeze has been really helpful with that. And then also a little hand sanitizer. Quite a bit of space in here, so I may put some other things in this bag, but that's good for now. Also have my makeup and my toiletry bags. These had actually already been packed just in case I had to like leave in a rush. I knew I would be able to just zip these up and go. And then also a little lighted travel mirror for being able to do my makeup in the bed. I know some people are gonna be like, Kayla, you're giving birth. It's not a beauty contest. You don't need makeup. Listen, I live by the words, look good, feel good. So if I want to have my makeup done while I'm giving birth because I feel like that's just what's gonna make me feel better, mind your business. Plus, my makeup routine literally takes me 7 minutes to do. It's not that big of a deal. I like to look fresh. I don't want to look like I've been in labor for hours and days, okay? So that's makeup. Toiletries. My makeup wipes somewhere. Face wash. Some under eye patches. Moisturizer for my face and my body. This is almost gone, so I'm hoping that I will have enough. Moisturizer for nighttime for my face. Plenty of daily contacts. Toothbrush and toothpaste. I just decided to bring this little like throwaway one so that I didn't have to remember to pack my real toothbrush. The glasses that I'm currently wearing, plus my glasses case. I like to use this hypochlorous, I think that's what it is. Yeah, hypochlorous acid spray. This like removes bacteria and things off of your face without having to fully wash your face. So this is nice to just like freshen up after you've been a little sweaty. And then I also have my lotion bar in here for taking a shower, because our hospital does not have like full-size towels. They only have like hand towels. So in this like wet bag that came with my Dagny Dover duffel, I've got like an actual body towel in here. And then I also have some of my own really soft washcloths, some body wash, and a little loofah. At my hospital, if you have a vaginal delivery, you will be there for at least 24 hours after birth. So that doesn't even count the time of like, you know, when you go into the hospital and you're admitted and like leading up to labor, which depending on how long that takes, you could be there a day, you could be there 2 days. So it's like for a vaginal delivery, plan to be there at my hospital at least 3 days minimum. And then if you have a C-section, they keep you after the C-section for 3 to 4 days, plus the time that you were there ahead of time. So I know to some people you're like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be packing so much, like you don't need all that. But I already know I will be there for at least 3 days. So I like to just, you know, have all of the comforts of the stuff that I would typically be using at home. I'm already kind of feeling like I might need to switch to my medium-sized suitcase. Okay, for clothes, I'll obviously have on whatever I go into the hospital in, which will definitely be something very comfortable. But then for a while I'm actually there, I have Freedom Mom labor gown. Not the cutest, but very, very soft. And you can actually open it up here with the snaps for easy skin to skin. And then there's all snaps down the back for easy access for an epidural. It's got pockets, but this is just going to be so much more soft and comfortable to wear instead of that like kind of scratchy hospital gown that they give you. My slippers, which I'm currently wearing, so I'll just have to throw these in as soon as we're about to leave. Plus, I got some soft, fuzzy socks with grips on the bottom because I'm pretty sure hospital policy, you need to be wearing grippy socks so that you don't slip. Maybe I'll bring one pair of pajamas just because I don't know how long we're gonna be in there. So I'll actually bring one nightgown to wear as well. All right, this is actually like fitting really nicely. I just need to add the electronics. So I'm bringing my neck fan because I do get really bad like heat flashes. So you just put this on. I don't know if you guys can hear that air, but that will be really nice. I'm also going to bring my stroller fan. It's got these bendable legs so that I can attach it to the stroller. Also nice for attaching to the hospital bed. I do plan on filming at least some of the experience. So I'm gonna bring this little mini tripod. Ira will be in charge of filming, so we'll see how that goes because he's not the content creator, but he knows that it's important to me to at least have some. Oh my gosh. I think I'm having a contraction. I can't really tell the difference at this point between the contractions and the Braxton Hicks. The Braxton Hicks I've had since like the beginning of my second trimester, except once I got to a couple weeks ago, they started to like get a little bit more intense. My stomach gets really, really hard. And then it also like makes my chest tighten up and I can feel like my blood like pumping and like kind of whooshing in my head. But now I also feel a little bit of pressure down here, which makes me feel like it's a contraction. But I'm not sure, so let's hurry up and get this bag packed. I'm gonna bring my little Instamax Polaroid camera so that we can take just some cute family photos while we're in there. This already has film in it. And then I'm gonna bring one, maybe two extra things of film. A nightlight, this one actually, when you turn it over, automatically turns on, which is super nice. And then you can control by like pressing on it how bright or not you want it to be. I bought some twinkle lights off of Amazon to just kind of like put throughout the room so that I don't have to use the big light. We hate the big light. We want everything to be calm, serene in the room. So I'm definitely gonna be using the string lights. Oop, one already fell and broke off. I will bring my headphones. These I'm still like currently using, so I'll just set those to the side. The massage gun is actually in its own little case. I'll have Ira put that in his suitcase. I don't know that I'll need it, but I was thinking that maybe that would be like a good kind of like distraction, kind of like counter. So like he can, you know, use the massage gun on me while I'm having a contraction. Maybe that will help, maybe it won't, I don't know. And then I'll also bring my work phone and my iPad, both of which I'm still using. So can't put those in here quite yet. But that's everything for my labor and delivery bag. I actually thought that this suitcase would be a little bit more full, so I'm pleasantly surprised that everything fits in here nicely. Oh, I also have this little mini tripod in case we want to stand up the phone like on a countertop or something. So I'll drop that in here. And now that's good to go. Oh, she's kind of heavy. Okay, next up, we've got my postpartum bag. I'm going to be using my Dagny Dover duffel. Y'all, I have wanted one of these bags for so long. Don't ask me why. It's just a cute bag, okay? I don't think that there's anything truly like that super special about it. It's a duffel bag, but I have just always been in love, number one, with the color. If you couldn't tell by my suitcase, my couch, my whole house, I just love the camel brown color. But I like the neoprene fabric of this. And I just think this is such a cute duffel. So I got the large duffel as like kind of a push present to myself once I knew that I was going to need multiple bags to take to the hospital. And I didn't want to bring multiple suitcases and I didn't have a duffel. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to buy myself something nice. So this is what I'm going to pack all of my postpartum stuff in. So starting with the clothes, I think most of the time that I spend in the hospital, I'm probably just going to be in pajamas. So I already packed one nightgown. I think I'm just going to bring one more nightgown in blue. It's giving boy mom. And then my like shorts set of pajamas. These are so soft. I love them. I was never really like a pajama girly, honestly, until pregnancy is really when I started like buying pajamas. And now I'm like, how was I living before? I don't love wearing a bra, but in case I feel like wearing a bra when I'm in there, I brought a couple different options. This one's more of like a crossover sports bra style. And then I have this one that's more of like a seamless bra style that has the little like clippy so that you can take it down and nurse. And then I will also need a going home outfit. Now my issue here is I don't know how I'm gonna be feeling at the time. I don't know if I'm gonna be hot, cold. It is obviously summertime, so it's hot outside, but like this outfit that I have on today with like the shirt and these like really comfy pants, this has been so great throughout pregnancy. I have it in this tan color, and I think this is what I'm going to want to wear home because it's just so comfortable. I also got Ira and I some matching sweatshirts. Aren't these so cute? His obviously says dad, and it's like kind of actually more this camel brown color, and then the words on it are cream. So we plan on taking just a few pictures at the hospital, like on the last day in these, but this actually matches that outfit that I just showed you guys perfectly. So I think this will be good. Also, just in case I get a little bit cold while I'm in the hospital. Oh, the other thing I forgot to show you guys. On the sleeve here, it says Ira 4. So if we have more kids, we'll be able to add more embroidered names on there. I just thought that was so cute. I found someone on Etsy that makes those. For my postpartum supplies, Freedom Mom Perry bottle, and I know that the hospital will give me postpartum supplies, but definitely bringing my own Perry bottle because this one has the angled tip on it. So when you're squeezing it, it's easier to get up in there. The one that they have at the hospital, it just goes straight down. So you're trying to like fight against gravity, and like, it's just, I don't even know why they would design a bottle like that. But so the Freedom Mom Perry bottle, perineal healing foam, Tux pads. I know for certain that they do not have these at the hospital. The Freedom Mom disposable boy short undies, Freedom Mom Instant Ice maxi pads. So this is an absorbent pad, but it also is cooling. Cotton absorbent, almost like an adult diaper, I guess, but they're like period underwear. So I'm gonna bring some of these as well. And then obviously there's like whatever the hospital provides. So I'll have like 3 different options for that. And I should be pretty covered there. Dermaplast, this is good for like helping to heal tears and things like that. So I'm gonna pack this as well. All right, last thing I'm gonna need to pack in here is everything that I need for breastfeeding. Nipple butter, Silverettes. These also apparently help with like keeping your nipples from being like chapped and chafed and so sore. You don't use it with any type of cream or anything. You just put them right on your nipples. Got my nursing pads, Hakas. This one is like a manual silicone breast pump. And then the Haka Ladybug, which is just for milk collection to like collect the drips, the letdown on one side when you're breastfeeding on the other side. I am going to be bringing my breast pump. How cute is she? The gold, because at my hospital, the lactation consultants try to come in at least once a day to like check on you, check how you're doing with breastfeeding, offer any help, tips, anything that you might need. And so even though I do have a lactation specialist scheduled to come to my house about a week postpartum, I might as well take advantage of the free lactation specialist that's going to be there in the hospital. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my pump so that she can show me how to work that instead of using the one that they have in the hospital if I don't have to, because I need to learn how to use like my actual pump. So I don't have the flanges yet. They're still in the dishwasher, like sanitizing, but once the flanges are all like done and clean, I'll put them in this bag and put that in here as well. That's it for the postpartum bag. I don't think that I'm forgetting anything, but if you have any tips of something that was like really helpful for you during postpartum that you think I should have included in this bag, just drop it in the comments and help out another mom. 2 bags down. This Dagny Dover duffel bag also has this like sleeve so that I can slide it over my suitcase. And it just sits nicely on there. My old duffel that I got rid of did not have that. I love, and it's such a perfect color match. And the suitcase is from Calpac. They're not even the same company. Last but not least is Baby B's diaper bag. This I got from Mina Bay. This is their large Emmy. Did I get a large? I'm pretty sure this is their large Emmy in the, gosh, I should have looked this up first. I don't want to say the wrong color because I can't remember if it's like sand or clay or something. So I will put the details on the screen and in the description for you. But when I was looking for a diaper bag, I was specifically looking for something that was cute. Obviously, I am an overpacker, obviously, as you've seen. So I really wanted to make sure that I had plenty of space for all of my stuff. I know that as he gets older, he won't need as much stuff, or maybe once we have multiple children, I might want to downsize a little bit so that I'm not having to like juggle multiple kids and this big old diaper bag. But for me, for this newborn phase that I'm in, I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of space, plenty of organized compartments and everything, and this bag fit all of that criteria. I also really wanted something that could be worn as a backpack without being too bulky. And it is kind of like a weird backpack look because it's so wide. It's like a little bit wider than your typical backpack, but it doesn't feel huge on me. And I like that it's a little bit wider instead of being so long like a traditional backpack, because it makes it easier to reach in and find things instead of it being this long, deep bag that you're reaching into and you're having to like dig and take things off of the top to reach what's in the bottom. I would rather have the bag be wide instead of long, even though it might look a little weird on my back. Honestly, I've never seen what it looks like on my back, so I can only go off of the fact that it feels a little bit wider. I got these little cute pouches on Amazon. You know me, love to keep things organized and neat. So this is what I'm going to use for all of his toiletries, I've got nail buffer because apparently babies come out with some pretty long, pretty sharp nails. Aquaphor, Miss Mouth's Messy Eater Stain Treater, just in case we have a blowout. We really shouldn't because he won't really have that much in his stomach yet, but just in case we need it. A little hairbrush. I don't think that he's going to be getting a bath while he's in the hospital, but just in case there's some goopiness that we need to brush out. And then I will also bring a pacifier and a pacifier case. Those are actually already attached to his car seat, so I'm just going to leave those where they're at. 2 little newborn hat options. These are so tiny and adorable. I cannot even. A few pairs of newborn size socks, some little mittens so that he doesn't scratch himself. The same colors each time, but I'm going to bring 1 of each in a newborn size and in a 0 to 3 month size because I don't know what size he will be when he comes out. His announcement outfit, I got him this super cute little embroidered sweater onesie. I had it custom made on Etsy. And then for his going home outfit, we will actually put him in a long sleeve onesie. I got both of these from Forever French Baby. So I've got one in this one's the newborn size, and it actually has the like little fold over parts for his hands and for his feet to go in here. This one has a double zipper so it can zip down or zip up, which should make changing diapers really easy. And then I have this one in the 0 to 3 month size. I'm actually just going to pack it in these built-in compartments that are in the bag already. I'm also bringing him 1 swaddle blanket because I know they'll have other swaddles there at the hospital, but you know, just peace of mind to have my own, and 2 muslin burp cloths. And then for pictures, I got him this also on Etsy. If you guys can't tell, I love Etsy for custom things. I use Etsy all the time, like for my wedding, for my baby shower, lots of different things. But we've got his little name sign. I'll also pack him this little lovey. This is the bear that I used to tell Ira that I was pregnant. So I'm hoping this becomes his like little security blanket, his like little favorite thing. And because it looks like Ginger, it's just so cute. This is like literally everything that he'll need. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but also comes with a normal strap so that you can wear it as a shoulder bag. But yeah, those are my hospital bags. I'll show you guys the other like couple things that I'm bringing that won't fit into these bags. My breastfeeding pillow. They also recommend maternity pillow, but then they also recommend that you bring your like actual pillow from your bed because the pillows in the hospital are apparently not that great. So it's gonna be a lot of pillows. I know I need the breastfeeding pillow. I know I need the sleeping pillow. So I may not end up bringing the maternity pillow. We'll see, but they did recommend. I'm also going to bring my own fuzzy blanket, my Stanley. We also have baby's car seat. This is all set up. The base is already installed in our car, ready to go. I've got his, again, Etsy custom baby blanket here for him. The pacifier and pacifier case is attached. And then I also have the Hatch sound machine, like the travel version on here as well. So I think that's everything, guys. I know that that seems like a lot, but then I feel like once you start to break down every single item and why you might need every item, it makes sense to me. And with this being my first baby, like I said, I've never done this before, and I would rather have every single thing that I think I could need and then use none of it than be like, I'm just gonna leave that at home, I don't need it, and then be like, damn, I really wish that I had packed that. So that's what I'm bringing. Let me know in the comments if you are an overpacker like me, or if you even think that this is overpacking or you think that this is just good. I know some people go in with one bag and that's it, and they're like, all right, let's do this thing. The way my nerves are set up, I just don't think that that would really work for me. All right, I'm gonna go get a snack. Apples and dates is actually sounding pretty good right now. All right, well, things are definitely progressing. Okay, this one's not that bad. Let's see, where do I even start? So yesterday was my 39-week appointment. I went in for a cervical check and was hoping to do a membrane sweep. That was the most painful shit I've ever felt in my life. Like, it was not good at all. I think because my doctor is like my size, like pretty petite, and so her hands are pretty small. And so I think that that was part of the reason why the cervical exam was so uncomfortable, because her fingers aren't really long enough to get all the way up there. And then the fact that I was only 1 centimeter was just, yeah, just like not great. I was hoping to be at like 2 or 3. Before, I never really understood when women were like disappointed that they weren't like further along. I just always thought like, whatever, the baby's gonna come when the baby comes. I'm over it at this point, and I just want the baby to be here already. So I was definitely disappointed when she told me I was only 1 centimeter. And when I tell y'all, I was like crawling backwards on the table, like trying to get away from her hand doing that cervical check. It was so bad. I was not expecting that much pain. And then finally she was like, okay, I'm in the right spot. Like, do you want me to still sweep you? And I'm like, no, never mind. And it was her, my mom, and Ira in the room. And they're like, are you sure, Kayla? Like, she's right there. Like, she can just go ahead and do it. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. And my doctor asked me one more time, like, are you positive? Because I'm right here. Like, we can go ahead and do it. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like squeezing my mom's hand. And it was still just so painful because I really wasn't dilated. So it just, she like half did it, I guess, before I was like, okay, no, never mind. Like, I let her start, and then I was like, no, this hurts too bad, so never mind. And then was like pretty defeated after that, because I was like, well, I'm not dilated, which means that he's not going to come on my due date, probably. And I just felt like if that was that painful, like, what the fuck am I in for? So, of course, I get on Reddit, and it seems like a lot of people think that the cervical exams and the membrane sweep are I won't say more painful than birth, but just like a different pain. Like if you imagine this is your cervix and it's supposed to keep opening up this way, like at the top, because baby's head is like pressing down until it goes like that. And instead you're putting a finger on the inside and like trying to kind of like force it open that way. You're trying to go in and out and it's not working. So I'm really hoping that that ends up being the case. But after I got home from that appointment, we went out to lunch, and then after got home, I did the mile circuit. I got on the yoga ball. We went for a walk outside, and I was having contractions all day, but nothing like too steady or like in a like a good interval. By the end of the day, like right before I went to sleep, I'd say I probably started having contractions like every 15-20 minutes, but it was mostly just like uncomfortable. It wasn't like anything super painful. Standing up kind of like helped my stomach like untighten and like release a little bit. It was way more uncomfortable than like my normal Braxton Hicks, but yeah, it wasn't really anything too crazy. And so last night, all night long, I could feel contractions. They weren't strong enough really to like wake me up, but I could definitely feel them in my sleep until about 4 a.m. So I'd probably been asleep for like 4 or 5 hours at this point. It was starting to wake me up. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wake up and start timing these. And so I laid there for about an hour and I used my contraction counter app, and the contractions were about 8.5 minutes apart, lasting 1 minute. And it was like that for an hour. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get up, take a shower, get done some stuff that I need to get done, and let's just see how this progresses. Because I've seen in a lot of other people's like labor and delivery videos that like at night or when you're laying down, then like your contractions are more regular. But once you get up for the day and you start moving around, it kind of seems like they just dwindle off. And that's exactly what happened. When I got in the shower, that helped a lot with the pain. It wasn't as like intense. They really weren't terrible, but the pain definitely like lessened from the hot water of the shower. And then ever since I've gotten out of the shower, they've been like way more irregular. And it's been, I don't know, maybe like 4 hours now. I'm basically just trying to get as much work done as I possibly can before I'm not able to work anymore, because the contractions have gotten worse. And this is going to sound crazy, but I still have a full YouTube video. Okay, that's done. I still have a full YouTube video that I need to film, and it's actually next week's video. I'm filming these things somewhat out of order. All the vlog videos have been in order, and whatever week I am, whatever week I say in the video is exactly when it's being filmed. But like baby shower registry haul video, for whatever reason, I just still have not sat down and filmed that video. It's the only one that I need to film it's the only one that I have left to film that's more like a scripted video. And I don't know why I haven't filmed it. The script is written, but I still need to film that. So I'm really hoping that once my mom and Ira are up for the day, which should be like any minute now, I can go in the nursery, film that real quick, send it off to my editor, and that she will have all of the footage for like the next 4 or 5 videos that you guys are going to see after that one, so that I can enjoy my maternity leave. And you guys will still be watching these videos, and I will have already had the baby, and I won't have to worry about working. That's the thing about social media, is you get to choose your own schedule, do your own thing. But if I'm not posting, I'm not making money. So I try to kind of use the fact that I wasn't posting on YouTube every single week to just build myself a little stash of videos and get ahead so that you guys will still have videos to watch while I'm taking care of my baby. So that's the plan for today. I'm hoping that just if I keep moving around today, it will keep labor progressing and not let it just like stall out completely, because I really don't want to be in labor for days. My sister was in labor for 3 days and I'm like, God, that sounds terrible. But I also don't want to do too much and tire myself out and then be too tired when it, you know, comes time for things to like really ramp up and it's time to push and all that. So I'm walking a fine line here. The fact that I'm really sitting here recording this YouTube video while I'm in active labor is crazy. Oh gosh. Hello homies and welcome or welcome back to Hello homies and welcome or welcome back to Hello homies and welcome or welcome back to Kayla Simone Home for another episode of my nesting series. We are contractions are back. They're like a minute to a minute and a half long. And like every 11, 12 minutes. And they hurt bad. And I'm so tired. I might just want to sleep. I can go to the hospital soon and get that epidural, honestly.